What if almost half of your potential customers abandoned the onboarding and sign-up process before they completed it? Friction, particularly around identity verification steps like CAPTCHAs, can result in lost revenue, with 42% of consumers abandoning an onboarding process due to friction. These are often customers you've paid to acquire, representing wasted acquisition spend. But this issue doesn't only affect the first tentative steps of a new customer's journey. Verification friction throughout the journey leads to churn. Customers you've transacted with successfully in the past fail to return. So what's the solution to reduce customer acquisition cost? Hi, I'm Tim Gu, and I'm the lead product manager for Twilio Verify. Later in the session, I'm going to be joined by Nico, product manager at Duolingo. In this session, my core message will be that you can reduce friction and maximize conversion in your onboarding flow with Twilio Verify, while still blocking fake account creation and bad actors. We'll explain what Verify is, how Duolingo found success using it, and highlight 3 new features: silent network auth, automatic SMS fraud detection, and automatic channel selection. So what is Twilio Verify? In a nutshell, it simplifies user verification at scale. It's a ready-to-use solution that manages connectivity, code generation, fraud monitoring, and more, so you don't have to. Why spend time building a capability when you can easily use one out of the box? Implement Verify in as little as 1 sprint. No single verification channel is perfect. Depending on the scenario, some offer a better user experience, some are more secure, some are cheaper. With Verify, you don't have to settle because you can choose amongst a growing set of channels, including SMS, voice, email, WhatsApp, push, silent device approval, TOTP, and more. Reduce the need to multi-source with Verify's breadth of carrier coverage and certified pool of high-capacity numbers, ensuring SMS delivery and improved conversion rates. As user channel preferences and fraudsters evolve, Verify evolves with them, so you don't have to. Verify has completed more than 3.5 billion verifications per year for our customers, including Duolingo, which Nico will now talk about.
Thanks, Tim, for the opportunity to showcase our journey with Verify. I want to first provide a high-level introduction of who Duolingo is, in case you're not familiar with us. Duolingo is the world's #1 way to learn a language, and we offer quick, bite-sized lessons for more than 50 million active users. To drive user engagement and making language learning more fun, we use a lot of gamification mechanics. Some of these are individual, like the streak or leaderboards, and some are more social, like the Friends Quest. Social features allow learners to celebrate and encourage their friends and collaborate with each other. But to have access to these features, learners first have to find their friends and become social. In order to find friends more easily, we wanted to offer contact sync, but we didn't have users' phone numbers at Duolingo to match them with their contacts. That's why we needed to first ask for a phone number and then offer to sync their contacts. That is when we chose Twilio to verify learners are who they say they are and that they are in the possession of their device. Let me show you how easy it is to share their phone number and start their connections. After asking for contact access, we use Verify SMS to send the one-time passcode. Once they confirm the correct one-time password, we show all of the contacts who are also on Duolingo so that they can begin socializing their learning journey. After less than 6 months, we saw that 17% more learners found and followed their friends for the first time, becoming social users. For those who chose to sync their contacts and connect with their friends, we saw a 1% increase in the activity, and that's approximately 36,000 users per day that came to learning just because they could sync their contacts. We also saw an increase in time spent learning by 1%. This has been a very successful experience for us. We are also considering other experiments, like using WhatsApp as a verification method for some of our customers, and verifying phone number on sign-up. Back to you, Tim.
Thanks, Nico. It's great to see your success with Verify and your plans to add WhatsApp to your onboarding flow. In fact, since Verify announced the addition of WhatsApp as a new channel for delivering OTPs at last year's Signal, we've had hundreds of customers start using it. They're using it for the same reason as Duolingo, which is that WhatsApp is becoming the preferred messaging channel in places like Latin America. One live customer is Sumer, an e-commerce startup who added a receive WhatsApp code option to their onboarding flow. Sumer said, "We found that a third of our users chose WhatsApp to verify their phone number. It was really easy to implement. One line of code and it just works." Verify SMS and WhatsApp are both great verification methods, but they both require users to enter OTP codes, creating both friction and social engineering risk. Is there a better way? Yes, and it's called Silent Network Authentication. Silent Network Authentication, or SNA, is a technology that uses direct carrier connections to confirm possession of a phone number in the background without requiring user input. There are neither 6-digit passcodes nor authenticated app downloads, which means there is nothing for a fraudster to phish and potentially confuse users calling customer support. Earlier this year, Twilio acquired Boku Identity, a leader in this technology, and has now exposed it through the Verify API to make implementation the fast and easy experience that you've come to expect from Twilio. Gojek is a leading Indonesian super app that has implemented Silent Network Auth in their user login flow. Let's watch how seamless it is for their user. All the user needs to do is enter their phone number, wait a few seconds for Silent Network Auth to confirm that the number they entered matches their device, and then they're logged in. After extensively testing Silent Network Auth in the real world, Gojek determined that it was possible to shift away from traditional SMS OTP and use Silent Network Auth to improve security and reduce authentication time by more than 70%. Phone number verification during the onboarding flow is a great way to verify real users, but it itself can be the target of fraud. This type of fraud is known by various names: SMS traffic pumping fraud or artificially inflated traffic. Regardless of the name, the way it works is that a fraudster takes advantage of unprotected phone number input fields to receive an OTP via SMS. The fraudsters send the SMS to a set of phone numbers that they control and receive a share of the generated revenue from unscrupulous carriers. Customers usually notice something is wrong when they see a huge increase in their SMS bill and a big drop in their SMS conversion rate. Traditional techniques to prevent this fraud involve manually blocking risky country codes. But experience has shown that this doesn't catch all the fraud, and even worse, traps legitimate users from signing up. There had to be a better way. So Verify released Automatic SMS Fraud Detection earlier this year, and it takes a machine learning approach to automatically detect and block fraudulent phone numbers. This approach has proven to be remarkably successful at catching fraud, while not blocking legitimate users. For example, a large social media business who was using an all-purpose SMS API was being hit hard by fraud-prone countries, but could not block the countries entirely due to real users located there. The business then switched to Verify and enabled the feature. They immediately observed a big increase in their SMS conversion rate and a decrease in cost per user. Explicit blocking avoided over $300,000 in messaging costs in the first month, and then the fraudsters just gave up and moved on. We recommend that any business sending SMS OTPs consider proactively using Verify and enabling this feature by default, so that you don't become the next victim of SMS fraud. With Verify, you now have 8 different verification channels to choose from, with more coming. This choice is great, but it creates a new problem. Which one to use when? Currently, the customer or their end user needs to decide. What if Verify could automatically select a channel on behalf of customers with the goal of improving onboarding conversion, reducing the number of latency creating API calls, and reducing development burden? Features and benefits of this could include Silent Network Auth fallback. While we recommend Silent Network Auth as the best phone number verification method, it sometimes isn't available due to a lack of carrier coverage. Verify could automatically fall back to SMS OTP and other methods. Personalized verification. Across billions of historical verification events, Verify could identify patterns to predict and personalize the verification method that is most likely to succeed for a given user. And finally, cost optimizer. The cost to send a message can be very different and frequently changes across countries, SMS and WhatsApp. Verify could automatically take into account of this when optimizing for the lowest cost onboarding conversion. We're still defining how automatic channel selection would work, but if you're excited about what you've heard, complete our interest form and we'll be in touch. In conclusion, you can reduce friction and maximize conversion in your onboarding flow with Twilio Verify, while still blocking fake account creation and bad actors. Today, we highlighted 2 new features that make this even easier: Silent Network Auth and Automatic SMS Fraud Detection. Check out our public docs to get started. And thanks to Nico and Duolingo for joining us today. I can't wait to see what you build.